Today we're talking Bloomchic. So since I started doing YouTube back in April of last year, which, oh my gosh, it's almost been a year, which is kind of unbelievable, I've covered lots of different brands. Some of them I've had sponsored, some of them I haven't, but I've done 2 Bloomchic videos on my own, and Bloomchic was the first brand that I actually reached out to. I thought I was doing plus size fashion, I really like their clothes, maybe it would work out, and I would love to have my own coupon code, but that was to no avail. Until now. So the 2 that I had done previously, totally on my own. I bought clothes that I was interested in. I tried them on for you. I kept most of them. But this time, Bloomchic has actually reached out to me for an incredibly special celebration. I typically like to think of March as Meredith's birthday month, but I guess it also has some other things going for it. I know a few of you have March birthdays too. So Bloomchic actually called me in, not necessarily to celebrate me, but to celebrate them. March is their 3rd birthday, and then we also have International Women's Day. So I think that what's gonna happen is Bloomchic's gonna bring the fashion, I'm gonna bring the fun, y'all are welcome to join me, and International's Women's Day is gonna bring the ladies. And together, we're one. What Bloomchic's done is they have sent me their spring collection. If I have prices before I publish this video, I'll put them on the screen, and if not, then it's all gonna be in links in my description box. But for this celebration, Bloomchic actually did reach out to me, which is really exciting. I've really liked Bloomchic. I've ordered from them multiple times, like way before YouTube and a couple times during. And how I initially discovered them was scrolling through Facebook. And let me tell you, y'all, I've been burned by those Facebook ads before. In fact, back in December, I ordered some of the most adorable Nutcracker tops that were supposedly in my size, and they would not even dream of making it past my shoulders. But when I first found them, it was through one of those Facebook ads. I'd actually come across it multiple times. It was leading up to a holiday season, and there were some beautiful dresses. You know, I saw it, I thought, that's too good to be true, even though they were on some plus size models. Saw it again, I thought, you know what, those are really cute. I'm gonna check it out. 3rd time or so, I decided that I was committed. I placed an order, I didn't hold my breath, but when it came in, the clothes were totally fitting. They were cute, and pretty much everything had pockets, which is remarkably rare. I don't know why. A note to my clothing manufacturers, ladies like to hold step 2. Bloomchic does a really good job of cutting to our curves. I love that about a company that caters to plus size figures. The proportions are always right. Every once in a while, there's something that I don't love, and that's the way it is with everything. But overall, I have been incredibly pleased with them. I've got 8 dresses from their spring collection, and we're gonna check them out. Starting with this little number. This is a sweet little moss green. It's got kind of a peasant cut top with elastic and a little drawstring. The drawstring does not pull out, which I think is kind of nice. It's attached right here at the corner. There's like no chance of losing this in the laundry. You can pull it to give it a little bit of gather. There is elastic around the arms and around the back, and then it has an elasticized smocked waist, and it looks like it's cut right under my bust. I think we're gonna try this one on and see how long she is. So I've actually looked at a lot of the fashion trends in 2024, and one of them is like shades of green. A lot of the fashion shows have a lot of royal blue, a lot of sky blue, and basically every shade of green that you can think of. So this totally fits the trend. I'm not sure what this tone of green does with my skin tone. Let me know if you have an opinion, but I do like the fit of it. The pockets are super deep and much appreciated. I like that we've got the kind of emperor waist. The square neckline is not the most attractive neckline on me, but I absolutely can appreciate it, and I truly do love to have a little bit of variety. The drawstring gives it a little keyhole right here in front, nothing at all revealing. And then we've also got the square continuing onto the back. This is a size 22, 24. Everything in here is a size 22, 24. So I have gotten to where I can wear a size 20 in pants, but my bust and right under my bust area is totally a 22. And so that's where I feel the most comfortable in dresses. And I think that this is like a truly a fitting size for me. The arms have elastic. The fabric almost has a linen type feel. I mean, I know that it's a poly blend, but it kind of has, like I said, that kind of feel. So I'm gonna show you, I like that there's a lot of volume in the skirt for twirling, and it does have a slit, but it's not so high that it would be inappropriate for work or just running errands, that kind of thing. This is just a great casual dress. We're gonna look at the next one. Ooh, this one's really pretty. This dress screams spring. I should have probably saved this for later in the video, but now I'm excited. It's got kind of a satiny feel, but nothing like the burgundy one that I started with. It's not shiny at all. I really like the feel of it. It also has the smocked elasticized belt in the back. Then in the front, it has some really pretty gathering that give a nice effect. This would be a really pretty Easter dress. But y'all, big florals are totally in right now. Like, the bigger the better. There are so many dresses that I've seen like on the runway that have great big, like embroidered and three-dimensional flowers. And so whenever I saw this, I thought that this would totally bridge the everyday version of that. I love that it's got flutter sleeves, and I'm excited to see what it looks like on. This is only my second dress, but it is going to be hard to beat. I really, really like this one. I kind of like that it doesn't have a slit. I think that if I did wear this Easter Sunday, which I've got tons of options, I'm not positive what I'm going to wear, but this is going to be a candidate. Having no slit is the way that I would want to go. I just feel very comfortable in this. The other one, the sleeves weren't tight, but I absolutely could feel the elastic. These sleeves are just effortless and fluttering. I really like it. I think that the color looks good against my skin, and I really think that it would look good against most skin tones. A lot of times white, like stark white, doesn't do well on me. I normally need kind of an ivory or off-white, and I think that this has got some white in it, but all of the other colors do really nice things. The belt area is so pretty. I love all of the gathering. And then look, because of the back, there's lots of extra space. This is just a slide over. There are no zippers or anything. Just pretty, effortless, totally classy. Oh, I'm sorry. Y'all, Lulu was at the groomers today and she had some ear matting. Clearly not her fault. So she had to have them shaved. If I can get a picture, she just cried. She's laying on the bed. She's like, Mom, come snuggle me. So they had to shave down her ears, and she doesn't look like she has any ears because the rest of her is so floofy. I'll come in just a little bit, baby. I'll put a picture in if I can take one, but I'm gonna leave her undisturbed at the moment. Next, let's go with this black guy. You know, these are all a polyester poly blend, and they all feel so different. This one has more of an organza feel. It's a little more slick feeling between my fingers. This one feels almost more like a natural fiber, which is interesting. This fabric feels so much lighter. This one a little bit heavier. What drew me to this was the off the shoulder. I love clothing pieces that have a little bit something different, and of everything that they had to choose from, this one totally did. It's got an on the shoulder and cold shoulder aspect to it. It's straight black. It almost has a 50s vibe. I don't know exactly what it's gonna do, but I'm here for it. The silhouette of this one is incredibly slenderizing. I put it on. I still like the floral one better, but I really think that this gives me some good shape. There it is in the back. I'm actually, before I get off of here, I'm gonna try it with these down just to see if it can hold itself up. I do like the double, but I wanna see if that is an option. It has a really cute Peter Pan collar. That's where it comes together right here and then comes down to a point, and then it has the buttons down. I mean, totally a 50s vibe. I really think that I might need to look into some more 50s styling because I like this. I did a unique vintage video a long time ago, like way toward the beginning, and had so much fun with that, and this kind of gives me that feel. I'm in a diner, ready to take your order, serving up some milkshakes. So let me try that with the sleeves. Not every idea can be a winner, but I'm gonna share them with you either way. I think the straps are much better up top, but I do think this one absolutely has its merits. This teal is one of my favorite colors, but I don't think I actually own much in it. Now, this fabric is kind of a much heavier feel. I'm interested to see how breathable it is. It has kind of a tribal print that I really like to it. And I think that the neckline and the sleeves, the length, no slit is going to be interesting. Let's see. All right, I love the color. I love the overall look of this dress, but if there was one thing that I would change, I almost wish that this was a little lower and came in, and that is more of just kind of an insecurity on my part. I feel like I don't have a lot of curves, and I do actually come in right here, and whenever there's something that like bypasses it, like I got a missed opportunity, I miss it. Like I'm like grasping for it. A lot of dresses have this style right now. In fact, my daughter's got several where the tightest point is on the bust and everything else is just like free flowing and drapey, and this one does it perfectly. There is no suffocating feel to it, even though this is a heavier fabric. I love the sleeves. Nothing at all tight about it. I like the ruffle down there. I'm totally a ruffle girl. It's got some good motion to it. You wouldn't have to worry about wearing shapewear or anything with this. You could feel comfortable sitting, standing, and it really just looks like you're ready to go out and hang out in the wildflowers. Yeah, this would be the perfect dress for any kind of pretty outdoor activity. I think it's light. The sunlight will catch it beautifully. It's got some really nice deep pockets because Bloomchic understands that sometimes a girl wants to put her phone somewhere, right? Let me know if you've got any thoughts on like this high cut. I mean, clearly it was intentional. Bloomchic cuts things intentionally, and if it was meant to go under my bust, it would be under my bust. Overall, I do really like this dress. All right, next one. This may be one of the first like printed fabric type dresses that I've gotten from them. It's white on the inside because like I said, it's printed. I love the handkerchief style dress that's here. I don't know if I actually own a dress like this. I'm really thinking, I got a lot of dresses. I think I really like the angling. In the back, they do a beautiful job of making the seams come together. I cannot stand it, and I know that so many of you are in the exact same boat when you've got some kind of print and all of a sudden you've got stripes that are trying to come up on this side, and then over here, the stripes just like totally miss the mark. Nice job, Bloomchic. Thank you for matching up my seams. See how she sits. Okay, what initially drew me to this dress was that it was not a floral. I get so many florals in, and y'all, I love florals, but I know that a lot of you just get sick of them. And a lot of times that's really what companies gravitate toward, are florals. And like I said, large print florals right now, totally in. I'm here for them, but I wanted to have some kind of interesting geometric, and they really knocked it out of the park with this one. Clearly it's printed with the chevroning there, so it's not just like a straight stripe. The seaming, like the side, the back, and then here's the other side, really did a very good job of putting this piece together, of finding all the angles. And I think that it just really looks very nice on. It comes in right here at my waist and goes down. One thing that I would make note of is that this would probably look better with a strapless bra. I wore it with my regular bra so that you could see. It's really not conducive to a regular bra, which could be a deal breaker for some people, but this is a fantastic summer dress. I could honestly wear this just about anywhere, like from the office to the pool, which I'm totally excited about. It does have a lot of motion to it. And then it has a sash, and if you untie the sash, it hangs quite a bit. I think the sash actually does add a lot. Now the fabric, I mean, you can tell that it's not a natural fiber. It is breathable, it is light. I do love the way that it flows. It's not heavy or clingy. This is one that I think I'm gonna get a lot of wear out of this spring and summer. Next, we're going for black cheetah. I actually don't know. I think it might be leopard. I think leopard is a little bit larger. What's interesting is that I would never consider myself to be an animal print lover, but when I was in college, I got a roommate that was like luck of the draw, and we met each other over the phone because there was no internet, and we tried to coordinate what our bedding would be like. The only thing that both of us could agree on was animal print, and so I guess I did go through at least a 4-year animal print phase, but our dorm room was adorable. And so was my apartment that followed. But this one is a black and white, I'm gonna say leopard print. It's very simple. It has a little V-neck. This one actually is, it's not a V-neck, it's a surplice, and there's a little modesty snap. Sometimes I find that I need to move these. It's not that big of a deal, so I'm interested to see where it sits snapped and unsnapped. The arms, it looks like they're longer than elbow length, and there's a little bit of elastic to them. It's gonna probably be that surplice neckline that goes right underneath my bust, which does really good things for this lady. And yeah, it's just kind of like a faux wrap, but it does open. Let's check her. All right, this one is cute. If I'm honest, I like it, but it's probably my least favorite so far. And I do wanna clear up, whenever I say my least favorite so far, some people will come back and say, well, I like the one you hated. I did not say that I hated it. If I'm honest, there are very few things that I hate. And I inherently have a lot of love for clothes. And then on top of that, if I did hate it and you loved it, that is okay. That's why they make so many different prints and so many different beautiful things out there so that you can find what's right for you. Because my goal here is to find things that make me happy with myself. And sometimes, like the same cut from one outfit to the next in a different print, for some intangible reason, brings me more joy than others, and that is absolutely okay. But this dress does have a lot of very nice features. I love the way that the skirt opens and it feels like there's a little ruffle effect. It makes it incredibly flowy. The fabric is incredibly lightweight. I think that the snap is probably in a very nice, modest place, but I'd totally move that sucker down. I think unsnapped is in like absolute danger territory because let me tell you, I reach back and the whole world is seeing my bra, and girlfriend likes to talk with her hands. So what I would probably do is come right here and put a stitch in. That's what I do with most of my tops that are cut like this. Because it has that kind of faux wrap, I would put it right over it so it looks like I'm pulling that sucker together and tying her in a bow. I like the length of the arms. It comes down. They're elastic. They're not tight. All right, I think we're gonna look at the next one. I'm really torn. I was excited about both of these. This is not normally the best color on my skin, but I keep trying because I love it so much. It's like a dusty rose. Did y'all ever read Gone Girl? Gone Girl was a book that just truly surprised me. There's a part where Desi paints a room for Amy. He paints it in dusty rose and says that it was her favorite color. And her inner monologue is like, yeah, my favorite color in high school, like basically kind of a dusty rose is so over. Dusty rose is not over for me. Dusty rose is still here. Dusty rose just might not do the best things against my skin, but you know what? We're gonna check her out. I love this one so much, but I think that I have so much pink in my skin that I am Dusty Rose. Like, I'm gonna keep trying it, but I'm absolutely keeping this dress because I love it. This one has so many cool details. It's got some beautiful ruffling down here. The fabric is just so incredibly flowy. And then look at this waist. This waist has been pieced to where it comes straight right here and then it kind of goes up on my bust. And I think that that's actually very flattering. It makes me, at first it made me think that this strap was completely superfluous, but whenever I did tie it, it's almost like it goes along that bottom seam and then it pulls me in right where I need to be pulled in. And I think that it's lovely. Now you can see my bra strap. I think because it all kind of blends in, it's not quite as obvious as the one that was teal, but look. Isn't she lovely? This one is absolutely not the right one for me, but it is so beautiful. I think that I want to turn this into wallpaper and like do one accent wall in this print. I mean, the florals are even just so delicate and beautiful. Peaches and creams and whites, and then this dusty rose. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell. I like it. One more dress. Okay, this one I thought was the cutest on the actual model. I've got a top that kind of reminds me of a bandana, but not a dress. And that's totally what this feels like. Now this fabric, it is also printed, but it's printed like more of a polyester, like a chiffon feel than it is like a more cottony type feel. But I just thought that the color combination was really cool together. Together, it reminds me so much of like a Vera Bradley bag. I feel like I live in the country and I'm about to go teach a class of like 2nd through 11th graders, and I am here for it. I love the way that this looks. It feels so well put together. I will say that there's nothing really soft about the fabric. I can tell that it's polyester, but it's very light. And these fabrics, y'all, I live in Texas. It's hot. This one is light and airy. If you live somewhere cold, you'll be cold in this, but here it is perfection. I feel like I'm ready to make some cornbread. I feel like I need a dinner bell. I'm about to call everyone out to come back from fishing. Yeah, I think that I love everything about this. You know, the interesting thing is that I've got a dress that has these flutter sleeves and that I don't love. I've actually also got one that I really do love. So the flutter sleeves totally depends. Sometimes if it's a smaller one, I feel like it makes me look broader. This one, I'm not really feeling that. This has almost a corseted drawstring right here. I would not pull it any tighter. I like the way that it looks like this. I just love the thoughtfulness of all of the contrasting colors. This one I feel like is the most thoughtful piece. All right, I'm about to pull the rest of them out here. We're gonna see what we like. Okay, so all in all, I'm a sucker for dresses in general, and if you've watched me for a while, you know that it's really hard for me to put on a dress and just not feel feminine and pretty. I really like them all, but there are definitely some that I love more than others. I think we're gonna go from probably my least favorite to my most favorite. There's a lot of looseness in my ranking. This one's probably my least favorite. I don't think that it was incredibly flattering on me. I really want to like the animal print, but it didn't completely bring it for me. And then also toward the bottom was this green one. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, it is a perfectly lovely little dress, but there also wasn't anything that was just special about it. I really don't think that the square yoke did a whole lot for me. So those were my don't love them, okay? Now we're in, I'm really like them, but, okay? This one, I'm just not totally sold on the bust placement. I can't wait to watch this back and see how it does. I do think that I love the color, love the print, and it does feel incredibly seasonally appropriate. And interestingly enough, I did not point this out to you, but this one is actually lined up to where the ruffle begins. So this is an incredibly well-made dress. Okay, I love you, but my Black Beauty, the thing that has me hesitant on this one is just the straps. I felt like the straps were I felt like there was just a lot going on up top. I think that it was so close to perfect though. I really love the 50s look. I think that was incredibly slenderizing. This one is gonna stay here because I will definitely have some places to wear it, but there are some things that I would probably change about it. These two are an absolute solid tie. The only reason I like this one a little more is because the color on this one, I feel like blended in with me just a little bit too much. Now, you know what? I knew that going in. I did it to myself, but I do think that this one's absolutely lovely. It is 100% in the top 4, and I will be keeping and wearing it. Like if this one came in like a cornflower blue, oh my gosh, would that be beautiful? Bloomchic, make this in a cornflower blue and I will totally buy it. Third place, my third place winner is this awesome dress, mostly because of the way that it's cut. I just think that this was so incredibly well done. I love the handkerchief lines to it. I think that it was slimming. I think it came out where it needed to come out. For me, this is a fantastic spring to summer dress. And I love the colors. Y'all, my two favorites are florals. I mean, geometric was such a close second. I don't really know how to say which one's my favorite. I think that they both have such awesome, strong points to them. They're both incredibly modest. They could both be worn so many different places. I really think the one that I'm wearing is probably my favorite. This one's also lined and feels a little bit more thoughtfully made with its details. So I'm basically gonna say that these two tie for first. That's what I'm doing. Tied for first. And this guy is just lovely. Now this one's not lined, but I might put on like some looser shapewear underneath this just to make sure that I'm staying smooth and feel comfortable throughout the day. All in all, I really like this collection. I love that there are pockets. I think Bloomchic really brought it. Since we're talking about International Women's Day, Bloomchic does a very good job in celebrating women, but it's like a home for plus size women to find beautiful things that we might have had a difficult time finding elsewhere. So what I'd like to do this month is challenge you to like stop and think about something that you can celebrate about yourself. Like, it's International Women's Day, and truly, I think that we need much more than a day to celebrate us. I want you to think of one thing, and you don't have to write it anywhere. I just want you to think about one thing that you can celebrate about yourself, whether it be like your nurturing, your loyalty, or your intellect, your spunk, and your sense of humor, your creativity, and the joy that you bring to other people. I wish for all of us to be able to see us like our best friend sees us. Because you know what? Let me tell you, my best friends are some of the most beautiful women that I know in the world. And what I see in them, I know that they're not looking in the mirror and seeing. This is my happy girl era, and I want it to be yours too. Hey, I want to thank Bloomchic for sending these dresses. If there's anything that you liked, I've got links down in the description. They are affiliate links, so I do get a small commission if you decide to purchase anything. I want to thank you so much for your love and support. The best way to support me is by watching my videos. It totally helps me if you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Those all help move my channel forward, help me be able to do this at night after work. I really appreciate you inviting me into your home and letting me spend a little bit of time with you. I just wanted to hop back on for a quick sec and let you know that Bloomchic is hosting a giveaway. They're giving away some of the dresses that you saw in my video, along with 4 others that you haven't seen. And that's done completely through them, but I've got information down in my description box. Y'all feel free to enter that. And then I also wanted to let you know about my discount code. It's right here and then also in my description box. So the affiliate links below. If you do decide to shop with Bloomchic, I would totally appreciate if you use them. It'll let them know where traffic's coming from and increase the chances of them working with me in the future. Thank you so much. Happy International Women's Day, and I will see you in the next one.